Hello. Basically, today I'm going to be giving you guys an in-depth thumbnail tutorial because a lot of you guys have been asking me how I make my thumbnails and a lot of stuff regarding that because I have been making thumbnails for a little over a couple months now and I'm not super great at it, but I like to consider myself okay at it. So I'm gonna link everything you need in the description right now. Right now I'd pause the video and go download all of those things if you don't already have them. First thing we're gonna need to do is we're going to make a new world, create new, and you are going to want to add the texture pack, this ultimate thumbnail maker. You're gonna want to activate this when you make a new world, make it creative, flat, all of those things. LaTeX client is one of the very few clients that have things that we'll need for this thumbnail, right? Onyx works, Flarial, I think works, anything with free look works, and anything with Fulbright also works. So first thing we're gonna want to do is clear the weather, and we're gonna want to go up really high in the sky where there's no buildings or anything like that. For some thumbnails, it'll be okay to have the rain and it'll be okay to have a platform because for some thumbnails you want these things. For some of them you don't. First, now we're gonna want to get a helmet, a chain helmet, a chain chest plate, and a chain boots. Then you're gonna get your choice of weapon, or if you want to use your fist, and you're gonna put these things into your inventory. And then you're also gonna want to get a slime ball. Is I'm going to left click this chest plate. And then you can choose the pose you want your character to be in. So for the instance of this, I'm gonna punch. We'll punch, and we have this little pose. Now my character is in this pose. And then you're gonna want to go to player animations. And now you can choose what the legs are like, what the animation is. So I'm gonna, for this instance, I'm gonna jump. And now I have this jumping kind of hitting animation, right? Then you're gonna want the helmet. Right click, and for this I'd sprint. It looks better when it's clear. Then you guys would want to, I'll just angle my player to where I want it, like right here, and then I'm going to get an arrow. Arrows are very important, and you're going to put an arrow in your offhand. Now you're going to press punch, and you can move freely away from this model. You have to be in third person. If you're in first person you can't see anything, but if you're in third person or second person point of view, then you can zoom in. This is where the Onyx or client really comes in handy, and you also want to disable all of your modules. And now you can get a good little area right here to get your screenshot. This will be one of many screenshots. I'm gonna keep the rain on for now. Like, I mean, you could always disable it if you wanted to, but I kind of like it right now. It looks kind of cool for this thumbnail. But if you guys want to just take a picture of this model right here and then layer it into a different background later, then you can always just zoom out a little bit, get your model, screenshot that, and cut it out. Or you can use the green screen, go behind the model, punch it, now there's a green screen. And now we can go like this. So bam. Now we can get our screenshot. And you can overlay this model wherever you want to. Also make sure you have Fulbright on, because this is without Fulbright, this is with Fulbright. It makes it a little brighter, it makes it look a little nicer. Once you have all your screenshots, I'm not taking any for this instance, close out of Minecraft and you're going to want to open Google Chrome. I use this website called Pixlr Express. You can always use Photopea. That's a very good website as well. I think it's like free Photoshop pretty much. And it is really good, but I prefer using Pixlr. They have relatively the same features, but anyway, first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to press open image. You're going to open whichever image you want, but let's say I open this image. We're going to choose what we want, and we have this image. We have this image in here now. First, I do a lot of things once I have this image. By the way, if you guys want any resources for background images, go to my Discord server. I have a bunch of resources. So we're going to want to go to adjust, and then we are going to press pop. It makes it brighter, makes everything look a little cleaner, it makes everything look a little nicer. Kind of cool to mess around with these settings. A vignette is also really good, and a lot of glamour. Glamour makes everything nice. Glamour makes life cool. Also, play with the brightness. Not too much brightness, not too little. Also, the saturation. Now that we have this, press apply. This was it before, and this is it after. It looks nicer, doesn't it? And then we are going to go to the filter, bokeh blur, soft blur. Just put a little bit of soft blur, not too much, maybe like 5 or 6, and move this. You want to use the center dot and move it over, and now it's a little bit blurred. Press the AI tools button, scroll down to super sharpen, and you're going to want to log in If you don't want, you can skip this step if you want, but you can log in to make your image a little bit more sharpened, because if you see it's a little blurry right here, blurry in some spots, and if you guys are really picky about that, then you can remove it. Here we go to add layer, image, and I'm going to once again blur out my file explorer, but you guys can just add your new image. So this is your image, right? I'm using Ben Miller's skin for this case, for this example, but once we make it a little bit bigger, we're going to press cutout. We are going to press magic cutout and press remove, tolerance 32, contiguous, and copy these settings. And then you're going to want to press the green screen right here. And as you can tell, there is a little bit of green screen left. So what you want to do is zoom in, and you're gonna have to get rid of all these. These big green spots, you can just take them out with one click usually. But if for the sake of this video not being 30 minutes long, I'm not going to blur out all of these little green spots. But now that we have this, it looks a little weird. It's not really behind the bed. Here's a way we can make it behind the bed. So let's say I want him to be about that big. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to duplicate the background, make sure this is unlocked, and now we can move the background around. First, we're gonna actually lock this, so we can't move him anymore. But now we can move the background. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna realign the background, and we are going to go to cutout. Press shape cutout and keep. And we are going to drag our cursor in the front of the bed. Now that we have this in front of the bed, we're gonna press like that, and bam. What we're gonna do is we're going to now drag the bed above the player, and bam, he's behind it. So now that we have our player, we can just realign him however we want, and we are going to press, just like last time, adjust and pop. We're trying to make him more bright and kind of belonging. Now that we have this and we brighten him, you see how he looks like he fits in? If we just get rid of this green, it looks like he actually fits in. We're going to now press lock. And now we're going to start working on the text. Press text box, add new text, name it whatever you want. Let's say I'm going to, for the sake of this video, I'm going to make it seem that Ben Miller is hitting Sapphire tier. Alright, so now that Ben Miller is hitting Sapphire tier, we're going to put this in front of Ben Miller. Or actually, we'll put it behind him, and we'll make the text bigger. We're going to now change the font to whatever font you like. I personally think either Panton or Minecraftia is the best. For this, I'm going to go with Minecraftia. Some people will call this a finished thumbnail. No, it's not. You know why? Because it sucks. Anyway, we're going to go to outline. Give it a small outline. It doesn't have to be super big. It can be whatever color you like. For this instance, I'm going to make it blue. Or we can actually make the text blue. Bam. And then we'll go to the outline color, and we can make this white. And we'll just make the size a little bit smaller. There we go. And you can really change however you want, and make sure to add a shadow. Shadows make everything nicer. Now that we have this, we can add confetti from my Discord server. So you see how it's on the bed? It kind of looks weird. We are going to duplicate the background again, and we are going to cut it out where the bed is. So we'll go to cutout, we'll go to lasso cutout, keep, and we're gonna outline the bed. Alrighty, outline the bed, and now that we've outlined the bed, it's over the bed. There's no confetti on the bed. We're gonna lock this layer, and then we are going to make the confetti less opaque. We're gonna lower the opacity of the confetti. Because when it's like this, it's kind of in your face. When you lower it, it's still there. It looks nice, but it's not quite as irritating. A lot is going on. And if you want to make more go on, I'll show you how. We're going to add another layer. And we're going to add we can add a spiral effect from my Discord server. But guys, go join, by the way. It would mean a lot if you joined. But once we have this, we can cut out. We can go to magic cutout, remove, and then click the black. If the black will actually let us. But basically, if you click this, you can have spirals if you want. I would rather not have spirals for this because I think it looks weird, but you know. We can add critical particles if you like. Here's the critical particles. We can widen these to our liking, and we're going to put these in front of them. I'm going to put this in front of them. Right there, like that. And if we don't like it, then we can always just go in, remove, and remove ones that we don't like. Let's say I don't like that one. And we can always duplicate it, move it around however we like. If we like it like that, then we can. For this instance, I'm just gonna keep that right there, like that, and then I'm gonna remove all these extra ones because I think they look bad. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Looks good to me. I like it a lot. Now, if you don't like the critical particles, you can always add other particles. Blue particles. This blue doesn't really match, so I don't really like it. But if you guys do want it, then you can always have it. I can put it behind him if you like that. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways. Our thumbnail is done. I'm gonna take out the particles, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.